Every young person in today's world, whether you're an athlete or you're a student or you're working a job, there's so many things that have become, an inconvenience, I guess is the best way to put it. It's affected your life. For our players, their responsibility socially has allowed them to start getting back to the rink. And now that we've been able to skate and move forward a little bit, I think that you see the excitement of where this team can go. And again, it's still part of a process. There's things that we have to do socially to continue to go the right direction, but having the ability to compete, measure yourself against somebody, and get back to things that you identify yourself with has been really helpful for the group. COVID has obviously affected, the process of the locker room. And if you go back to March of last year, the plan was to get going in May, right at graduation. We were gonna have a ceremony, start the locker room, start the office. And it was to be honest, it probably would have pushed into the season a little bit because it's such a big project. Well, obviously all plans got changed because of COVID. So over the course of the summer, we started to adjust a little bit what we thought we could get done. And right now we're standing in the coaches' offices, and that's the focus of the fall, of getting that completed. So then next summer when we're doing the locker room, there's an area for us to continue to work and a space to be in. And it's just gonna be phenomenal what this project does for the future of our program. And think back of when the Barrie Event Center was built, it was an incredible recruiting advantage for the Wildcats. We're going to be there again with our lock. I mean, it's going to be state of the art. It's going to be right to the top of the country, and I can't wait to show that off. So essentially, we're standing in the head coach's office, and this is an area where if you come as a young man and your family's with you, this is where you're going to be offered a scholarship to our program. My desk will be here. There's going to be a dream seats there as a couch, and then in this area here, there's going to be a double door that folds open and closed that you can sit here and I can talk to you about, okay, you're a right wing, you're going to play with Nardi, Loughran, and I see you playing over here. And here's the depth of our program, because the other thing that all players want to do is they want to play with good players. And even more importantly, they want to play with great players. So when you see the names on the board, it becomes real where you could fit as a player in our program. And this is what this office will be mainly used for, just the kind of the final piece when you're getting to the end to close a deal with a family and an athlete. And then as you kind of go through the rest of the locker room, the way it flows, if you come out and look around the corner, there's an area where we're going to have a workstation with coaches. And a big thing for me is I feel like collaboration on our staff is really important. And having 3 separate offices eliminates the ability to speak to each other, eliminates the ability to just be on your toes. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? So across this way down here, we're going to have workstations for the 3 coaches and built-ins here. So this is where we're going to do a majority of our work, and then kind of moving into like our practice planning, game planning, pre-scouting is this area here where we're going to have a big conference table, some big TVs on the walls, whiteboards over there. So we'll have the ability to have a lineup on one side. So maybe on this here you'll have a big table here. Here's your TV. You'll have lineup. You'll have opponent, you'll have what you want to do for practice today. You might have, power play options, penalty kill options. So this whole board, this whole wall is going to be a whiteboard. So we have the ability to continue to look at what we're trying to do and then compare that with what we see in the video. So this area is kind of going to be, you hear people talking about a war room. I can see us really being around this table quite a bit. Spending a lot of time here. And then when you move back into this coaches area, this is where we're going to get prepared and dressed for practice. There's going to be a stall here and then stalls along the sides, which are all going to be replicas of what the players have in their locker room. So an area for us, to get ready for practice, hang our coats up for game days, and just kind of sit in here and talk practice. And we'll have the ability to have a board in here just if there's some final things to talk about. So, this space is it's just such an incredible use of area in the Barrie Event Center. And for the coaches, it's going to be so nice to just have all this technology at our fingertips and have the ability to be together all the time, because I feel that's really important as a staff, continue to grow the cohesiveness of your group.